Hi guys, I'm here with another very interesting surveillance camera. That's the TIEJUS, but not the normal TIEJUS, which I've already installed and found that it's a very interesting camera. Here we have the PTZ version, so it's rotatable pretty much 360 degrees and it has even a 10x zooming function. And of course also this camera comes with the free OCam app. It's one of the best camera apps I've ever seen, comes even with some free cloud. And we have built-in infrared, we have built-in white light, we have built-in camera and speaker. And the set comes even with a solar panel. Of course, we still have the battery built in, so if you don't have any sun for a couple of days or even weeks, absolutely nothing to be worried about. So I would say super interesting. So I'm going to show you what we have here, how to set it up, how to install, and then I'm going to show you some live performance, live footage. And so here we have the box. We see the model type is PG1. Here's some specs on the side and the features. We even have a dual lens. Of course, the motion sensor is a passive infrared, so there's no optical motion detection. That's not possible with a battery-operated camera, but in the meantime, the PIR cameras have improved a lot, and so there's usually almost no difference to see. Comes with a large instructions, user manual, even with the QR code to the free app, and then here in the back how to use the app and FAQs. Comes in with the drilling pattern. Then the solar panel makes a good impression, comes with standard tripod mount. And then the main device, of course, as always with PTZ cameras, it's a little bit larger, but I would say it's still on the smaller side. I have definitely seen larger ones already. What's good that we can adjust the antennas for optimal reception. Of course, we need to remove all the protections here. Then we get also the mount for the solar panel. Charging cable, but this is just the one which we need at the beginning to give an initial charge. Get even 2 sets of screws and anchors. So this is how we use it. We mount it with only 4 screws. Very easy, flat to wall. And then we push it from the top here inside. Push it fully down. Then after that it's secured, snaps in. And if you want to release it, we can push the back and lift it up again. Very solid construction, but still very easy. Haven't seen much better ones than that. Then we have 2 openings, one here, nicely protected underneath. And it's not only one opening, it's also an opening in the opening. You can see that here, that's for the plug from the solar panel. We have the on-off here as well. So after installation, we can close it like that and use the plug from the solar panel here through this small opening, so it's nicely waterproof. But we have also another opening, that's the one down here. And so here we have a reset button and the opening for the microSD card. And so I highly recommend to use at least 32 gigabytes, class 10, fast, good brand microSD card. Just push it here inside with the pins to the front. Push it fully down till it snaps in. And then of course we turn it on to connect.
TS card detection normal. Please use app to configure Wi-Fi.
You can see it moves nicely around. And so I'm here in the OCam app. You can see it says your current device supports 3-day cloud loop recording. You can upgrade that with a subscription up to 30 days, but 3 days is already pretty nice. And to add, we click on a plus. And then we scan the QR code on the camera on the side. Of course, I have to blur the setup here for privacy reasons. Make sure that it's still blinking blue. Otherwise, use the reset button. So we confirm, click on next. Then enter the password of the Wi-Fi router. Make sure that you're using a 2.4G Wi-Fi network or a combined 2.4 and 5G network. And also make sure that you're already connected to the same Wi-Fi network with your phone. After connecting to the camera, you can use any kind of Wi-Fi or 3G, 4G, 5G from anywhere in the world with your smartphone. So we click on next, confirm. And then we have to hold the QR code in front of the camera so it can receive all the network information.
Please use app to configure Wi-Fi.
Okay, we got confirmation here.
Wireless is connecting. Please wait.
Sounds good.
Wireless connection succeeded.
And so we give it a name. Of course, the camera is flipped upside down, but you can see we have this live view normal delay, but pretty short delay actually for a battery operated camera. What I also like with the Ocam, that it gives a really nice overview of the initial settings, so we can turn everything on: notification push, motion detection, cloud video recording, click on get started. And so we have it already here in the overview, so I'm going to mount it outside and then we'll go from there. And so I've installed the camera, was super easy as expected, absolutely no problem, straightforward, 10 minutes, but of course depends on the location. And so here we are in the app, we are even on a Windows computer, so it looks like this app works even with the Android emulation. You can also share the camera with your friends, and you click here, you get the QR code. And so let's click on the live view. You can see good image, good quality. It's not bright daylight anymore, close to sunset, but still very good quality. We can change the resolution. We have SD, HD and Super HD. And because we have good connectivity, I think we can even use that. You can see pretty stable. But maybe for the recording, we are going back to HD. That's enough. A lot of cameras are struggling here in this location, but this camera doesn't have any problems. We can even activate the speaker so we can hear what's going on. We can use the microphone. Of course, I turn this off for the recording again. We can make an image. We can start recording here. That's the only thing which is not working in the emulation. But we can also move the camera around. So you can see we can move it to the left side, pretty much fully to the back. Now we can move it back to the right side. Works pretty good. With some of the PTZ cameras in this location, I had huge lags, huge problems. So here we are on the right side. Let's move it back. Very responsive. Can move it down pretty much fully. Yeah, you can see up usually is a little bit limited with actually most of the PTZ cameras, so that's the maximum. So you can see everything really nice, sharp, good colors, good dynamic range here, even with a lot of shade. And of course we have the 10x zooming function, and that works pretty fast as you can see, but I would say that's not 10x optical zoom. Maybe let's go back halfway. So I would say pretty good quality with this magnification. I guess that's halfway, 5x. So let's go back. You can see the camera is charging here. We have also different light possibilities. We can activate an alarm if we see something. And what I really like with this PTZ camera is that we can save some locations or directions. So you can click here. So we have position 1, position 2, 3, 4. We have a horizontal cruise. That's pretty cool, something I've never seen from another PTZ camera. We have a vertical cruise, then we have PTZ correction mode, whatever this is. What I really love here is that the camera never got stuck, so we can easily put it into some specific position which we want to control, and then we add this position. You can see that here. Now let's maybe go to the left side. That's also something which we could monitor. So we add the position 2 and we get even a preview of that. So we can do this position cruise here. So you can see it goes to the first position and then after that goes to the second position. And if we had more, it would go along all the positions. Very interesting function. And of course, there's even much more. We have already a lot of different things here. So we can activate or deactivate the motion detection directly from here with a lot of different settings. We can adjust the detection distance. We can adjust the frequency. We can activate or deactivate human detection, human frame, activate cloud recording, recording duration. Can also set it to automatic, but usually for me 10 seconds has been working the best. We can even activate a flashlight in case of an intruder and set the activity zone. That's very important. So now I've adjusted a little bit the camera angle. So I need to block a little bit more here on top. Everything which is moving or could be moving like from trees, branches, I remove here. Now I have removed a little bit too much. So I need this back here for observation. So I would say I have nicely covered everything which I want to monitor. And this is what helps really a lot to avoid false alerts. And it really works, and it's an awesome thing that we have it in the free subscription or in the free app. So we confirm this. With a lot of apps that's not included. Then we can set the different night visions. So we can set the camera to black and white with the infrared illumination, or full color with the white light, or smart night vision where it activates the white light as soon as there is some movement, or use the starlight night vision where it's not using the infrared and also not using the white light and just using the remaining light if you have a little bit of light. You can see the different situations here a little bit explained. But of course we have even more settings. Here we have the device settings. We can set different volume for microphone and speaker, height indicator light, video management, Wi-Fi information, different power modes. That's really cool that we have everything regarding the power in one overview. We see also what's recommended and what you have set. Device health monitoring AI services. Of course, AI is not free, but we still have the possibility to connect to Alexa. TF recording settings. Highly recommended to format your storage card at the beginning. Monitoring functions. I would say it's very easy to use. Of course, we have some duplicate functions, but here we have everything nicely packaged. And now, of course, we want to see the result of everything. So we go to the cloud playback, and now we can see everything what it has been recording. And the really amazing thing here is that I didn't have any false alerts, mainly due to the adjustment possibility in the detection area, and it never missed me. So it did pretty much a perfect job, and you can see it's also recording, of course, the audio. And what we see here is the starlight. So I'll make this a little bit larger. So here you can see the starlight illumination. So it starts always black and white. I don't know why, but after that it goes into starlight mode, where it's not using any kind of illumination, not even infrared. So we can still see something, but of course it's not very sharp. There is a little bit of color, but not a lot. I mean, this area is pretty much totally dark. There's just a little bit of light from the neighbor. Here what you see is much brighter than what's in real life. So it's no surprise that it's not very clear, not very sharp. So if you have an area like that, I would highly recommend to use the black and white with the infrared. It's much better. So here we have another sample. That was also the starlight. You can see starts black and white, and as soon as it removes the infrared, it's not very sharp anymore. So highly recommended to use either white light or the infrared. Of course, if you're too close to a neighbor, like here, it's not recommended to use the white light because then you could disturb the neighbor. But the white light is pretty strong, as you can see. It does a good job on illuminating everything. It's not a total floodlight, but it does a really good job on illuminating everything. You can see, of course, also during the night it's difficult, and also battery operated cameras, when you're moving too fast, it is never totally sharp. But for example, here in this area you can see everything nice and clear. And then of course here a sample with the infrared illumination. Let's see how this goes. Really nice. And it caught me every time really early here in this position, right when I came across or through the gate here. But of course everything is even much better throughout the day. When we have enough sun, then everything is much better.
Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah, you heard that. Microphone also working really good. Here another sample. And you can also see how this works with the human frame. That's just the green frame around the person, but you can turn it off at any time. And you can see as soon as you have enough light, the picture is very sharp and clear, even when there is some fast movement. Can even make this a little bit closer, still pretty sharp. Then of course we have also the TF card, and when we go back to yesterday we can see exactly same recordings as with the clouds. You can see we have same thing, and with the TF card of course the footage will be kept much longer depending on the size on your card and how many alerts we have. The only difference here is that it started recording a little bit later. That's maybe my only complaint here with the TF card. Here it was still very early, but sometimes it caught me only pretty late. Yeah, you have seen also the difference here with the voice recording. I mean, for a battery operated camera, it works still very fast, but usually the start of the recording is much later than with the cloud. So it's a really good thing that we have this free cloud. So I would say overall we have a really good performance, really good quality, very reliable recording, good Wi-Fi reception compared to competitors, good color sharpness. So I would say everything what we can expect these days from a really good top PTZ camera. Definitely not much to complain except from the little bit of a delay with the TF card, but as long as we have the free cloud, definitely nothing to complain. I can't tell you how long the free cloud will last. I've seen some comments that it will always be free, the 3-day rolling cloud. But of course we cannot 100% rely on that. It will always be free, but at least for the moment it works. And maybe there will be an update in the future for faster microSD card recording. Other than that, absolutely awesome. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.